There is so much information out there in the self-development world. It can be easy to get lost and overwhelmed, or just really enjoy discovering lots of new books and podcasts and people. And it can be really exciting. But the important thing is that you're actually making progress in the direction you want. So how do you do that? Well, today I have one question for you that I believe will help you. This is Dr. Amina Aitsi-Selmi for another episode of Wise Wednesdays. So normally in everyday life, at school, your education, at work, the attitude, the culture is more about getting things, accomplishing things, acquiring things, whether it's getting a house, getting a job, getting a relationship, and so on and so forth. It can be really useful, and it can get you very far in life, and you can become a highly accomplished person, a high achiever, a super successful professional. But at some point, you might notice that it stops working. That acquisitive approach stops working. So you can do more research, meet more people, have more money or more success, but it's not working for you anymore in terms of what you really want, which might be more ease and flow and fulfillment and inner well-being or inner peace. And I believe it is possible to have both. You can have that inner well-being and peace and ease whilst also doing great things in the world. And that's the core of the work I do. And when I work with people, this is what we work on. So here's one question that I think can help you in that spirit, in that direction, which is, what do you need to let go of in this moment? What do you need to let go of in this moment? Now, okay, that's a simple question. You might think, okay, well, yeah, but how do I use that? So in practice, I think there are 3 ways you can apply this immediately. So here they are. Number 1, what can you say no to? A meeting, a project, a job, a relationship, a whole career, an opportunity. And these are concrete things. So you can take some time today just to sit down and think, is there something in my diary, in my calendar, or in my life, it might take a little bit more time to consider that one, that you need to let go of. Often there's something you know you need to let go of, but maybe you're afraid, you're procrastinating, you don't like confrontation, so you're avoiding doing it or having the conversation. But that's a starting point. Number 1, what do you need to say no to in your life and career right now? Number 2, what are the beliefs, the limiting beliefs and assumptions that it's time for you to release or break out of? What does that mean in practice? Is how do you challenge them? So first you have to identify what's going on in your mind, what the limiting beliefs are, and then 2 is to challenge them and sort of dissolve them. And I've developed a process called the HAPI process, HAPI, that you can use to dig into your beliefs, what you're feeling and why, what you think needs to happen that's not happening, what's not going your way that now means you can't take action because you're waiting for that thing to change. But waiting is wasting more of your time. So I'm leaving a link below to the HAPI process if you want to have a go at that. You can also speak to friends, family, mentors and say, how do you think I hold myself back? What are the thoughts or the things I keep saying or repeating that you think actually are not serving me? They're not helping me. They're just keeping me stuck. And you'll be surprised. People are very insightful, but they often don't share their insights because those are not the agreements in the relationship. They're not there to challenge you. They're there to support you or to have a nice time with you. But if you ask, you may get a very insightful response. So that was number 2, let go of your limiting beliefs or challenge them. And finally, number 3, which you can do immediately, which is letting go of tension in your mind-body. So I'll demonstrate. So tension in the mind can feel like a headache. It can feel like a lot of busyness or noise in your mind. And so just noticing that, just taking a moment to notice and take a deep breath and setting an intention to say, I release, I let go of tension in my mind. And taking a deep breath will release some of that mental tension. And then there's tension in the body. So in your shoulders, you might feel sensations of anxiety, like pressure in your chest or fear in your abdomen. So same thing, checking in there, taking a deep breath and just setting a simple intention saying, I release tension in my body. Deep breath. And if you just that simple action will help you let go of kind of that acute tension that accumulates over the day. Doing that repeatedly, and little tip, putting a little smile on your face to release some dopamine will dramatically change your mood over the day, and especially at the end of the day. And that's another way to let go. So over to you now. Hopefully those provided some ideas, some tips, and not that I like tips, but at least some insights. And you can check in with yourself now. What is it time for you to let go of? I hope that helps, and see you next week. Bye-bye.